Wisconsin and Johnny Davis and what he was able to do in that game, man. I mean, Johnny Davis, I don't know if he'd be my number one choice for National Player of the Year right now. He's averaging what is he averaging here?
I got it all. I did the prep while you were goofing around. I got it all. He's averaging 22.3 points,
7.3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, but he's not overly efficient. He's been awesome, but he goes against Keegan Murray on Thursday, which we'll get to a little later. Murray's got stats that are just as good, if not better, on even better efficiency. But Wisconsin has been phenomenal. Johnny Davis is incredible. He had 37 and 14 career highs there and helped punk Purdue. It was an awesome showing and a great win for Wisconsin, which has become one of the surprise teams in the nation this season. Not quite to the level of an Iowa State, but Wisconsin was certainly more of a question mark. And Johnny Davis is a first-team All-American, and he is, with all due respect to your boy Walker Kessler, Johnny Davis, after averaging like 7 and 4 as an off-the-bench guy a season ago, is the breakout player in America. And Greg Gard, he's a silent assassin.
He is a silent assassin. I agree with you about Johnny Davis being the breakout star. How about this? I went and looked at our top 101 list of college basketball players. We had Trace Jackson Davis from Indiana. We had SMU's Kendrick Davis. We had Detroit's Antoine Davis. No Johnny Davis. We left the best Davis off.
We did. Not even under consideration. You can't
never even typed his name anywhere. There was never even a moment where somebody said, "What do you think about Johnny Davis?" In fact, I'm confident that out of the four of us who were involved in this email chain, if somebody would have said, "What about Johnny Davis?" somebody else would have at least privately said, "Who's Johnny Davis again?"
And who would that person have been?
Probably me. It might have been me. He was ranked 164th in the class of 2020, according to 24/7 Sports. Just a 3-star prospect, whatever. And then he, I guess a 3-star prospect averaging 7 and 4 as a freshman at a Big Ten school is, that's fine. But there was no reason for anybody to think Johnny Davis was going to be an All-American this season. Like, what are we talking about? And this is I wrote about this in the top 25 and 1 Tuesday morning. After the Wisconsin win at Purdue. There's a lot of things that make college basketball fun. I reject when people say college basketball is the best. It's not the best. There's the
best, man.
It's just not, but it is great. And among the things that make it great are the traditional rivalries, the incredible on-campus environments that, you get at places like Allen Fieldhouse and the Kennel and Cameron Indoor, and NBA arenas just don't replicate that. Like, college basketball will never be able to match the NBA from a basketball perspective, because they got all the pros and we got all the amateurs. It would never be able to match it from a shot-making ability or a playmaking ability or any sort of actual basketball thing. But where college basketball can be more interesting and better than the NBA is, look at that scene. I love that. And as I noted, one of the things I also love about the sport is that nearly every year there is a breakout player, a returning player nobody saw breaking out in any sort of meaningful way, who breaks out in an incredibly meaningful way. 2 years ago, probably Luka Garza at Iowa, the first season that he was a legitimate National Player of the Year candidate. And this season, undeniably, it's Johnny Davis. There is nothing, at least with Walker Kessler, I could say this guy was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. And then he got caught in the numbers game at North Carolina, barely played. But when he played, he was productive. I could easily see him now playing beside Jabari Smith, breaking out and being, a high-level player for a Final Four contender. In fact, that is what I said. And it has turned out to be true. There was nothing to point to with Johnny Davis. You can't point to where he was ranked coming out of high school. You can't point to what NBA people think about him. You can't point to what he did as a freshman. And now here he is averaging 22.3 points, 7.3 rebounds for a team that just won at Mackey Arena. It's a fabulous story, and college basketball provides those, again, nearly every year.
Wisconsin's 28th in the net as of Wednesday morning with 3-1 records in both quad 1 and quad 2. Greg Gard's done a really fine job for himself, and he's somewhere as he's sitting at that table for National Coach of the Year. We had a dribble handoff that went up on Tuesday, and we each gave our suggestions for that. Gard didn't win, and I don't think he's the front runner or even the number 2 or number 3 choice, but he's somewhere in that 4 to 8 range with what he's been able to do, and Johnny Davis has been a huge part of that. You take Johnny Davis off that roster, and I really don't think that Wisconsin is an NCAA tournament level kind of team. That speaks to his value and why he is a clear-cut first-team All-American candidate at this point.